What's going on, everyone? Austin Hinton here, Sales Enablement Engineer at QuickLink. And in this video, we're going to walk through the basics of getting started with QuickLink StudioPro. So, let's get into it. All right, so your credentials are in, you've opened up StudioPro, and you've came into a blank project. So what we're looking at on screen here, we have our preview window on the left, our program on the right, our transitions right down the middle. I have our preview and program rows here for all of your different scenes. Then your tab control on the bottom, which will be your audio mixer here. This will start to populate when you bring in sources, downstream keys, your media player, and your add source window. And then some configuration settings on the side here. To get this project going, let's add in the source. So I'm going to click on this little plus sign, and I'll have my drop-down window here of all the sources that I can bring into my StudioPro. So first one I want to bring in is a media clip that's on my desktop, and you can label them whatever you want. So I'm going to label this media 1. All right, I'm going to loop a video, browse, and I have a little sizzle reel on my desktop. I will bring that in. So once I bring in my first source, I can go ahead and cut that to program. So I have a sizzle reel running, so that's my first scene. I want to add in the second scene. I'm going to rinse and repeat, same process, plus sign, drop down. I'm going to go with an NDI source. So let's do this. Oops, let's get NDI source. I'll add that source, and we'll label this NDI 1. And then I'll have a drop-down list of all the available NDI sources on my network. So I'm going to grab this one. Boom. We have 2 scenes in, and I can switch between them, cut, I can fade, all those different transitions. Now we can see once we've done the clip with audio, I have my audio levels here looking a little loud, and they want to drag that down a little bit. I have my media, my audio that came with the media present here. And I can change audio levels, mute, listen to that audio as well. Next thing you may want to do is to push this content out. So we're going to showcase how we can do that. If I click on this little cogwheel here, I have my streaming settings here, where I can bring in my stream keys and start streaming directly from the StudioPro. I can configure my outputs. I have 8 different outputs where I can configure where I want these to go. I can set those up as NDI sources and have those as reference monitors, or if I want to push these out to multiple destinations, this is where I can configure my outputs. So once you do that, you can begin starting your streaming, or you can start recording on the bottom right here. Also on the bottom there is a tab to do ISO records. So if I want to record different ISOs, I can just click on that, select which source I want to record, and then designate the path of where that content's going to go. So I can do all of that all just by setting everything up and bringing in sources into my StudioPro. So that's just a quick introduction of QuickLink StudioPro. You learn how to add sources, switching scenes, where to set up a stream, where to set up your outputs, and recording programs. Stay tuned for more videos.